Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I drink water. I drink it out of a beer bottle.
Intimidation check, I guess.
They're after me like charms.
By George, I think he's got it.
Check out my mangina.
Hey, Fred, shut the hell up.
Watch our show, and now our show.
Hello, and welcome back to the first episode of Whispers and Echoes. I am joined by an amazing cast of characters here. Let's bring them in. Yay! Hi, guys.
Hello.
We'll go through a quick introduction, and then we'll jump into session one. Starting from my virtual right, left? I don't know. I can't tell direction. Barney.
Oh,
how you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing my.
Tell us a little bit about your character, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, just a bite-sized chunk. I have the colorings, bone structure of a mountain lion. If a mountain lion was stretched to like 7 feet long and could walk in its hind legs, a couple gold rings, as well as some silver studs pierced in my left ear that kind of go up and are pierced around messily. Also, a short, mussy mohawk of black hair, right? My whiskers are bound up with threads to mimic a human mustache. And I have a small scar, a thin scar that trails from my forehead down past my left eye to the base of my left jawline. And my name is Cascola Lionel.
All right. To your virtual whatever is Mr. Eric. Hello, Eric. How are you?
The man with the human mustache with the character without a mustache. I'm doing pretty well. I play Boot, who is a rough and tumble, or it was a drow, that is, a drow rogue raised on the rough and tumble streets of Burning Beacon. So, yeah, he's just happy to be here instead of stealing and scrounging a life on the streets.
Well, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be? Yeah. Very cool. All right. And then going down to the bottom of the Brady Bunch, Miss Carla, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good to see you. I'm very happy that we did this 2 weeks in a row. This is like, woohoo!
Yes.
Celebration time.
Achievement.
Yeah.
Unlocked. Yes.
Well, do us a favor. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, her name is Bree. She's a halfling rogue, swashbuckler. And she's a tiny little thing. She's even smaller than the average halfling, which is convenient and really good because, she's sneaky.
Okay.
She's a sneaky thing.
Would you consider her the runt or just small?
I think she's the runt.
Okay.
Completely.
Right.
Like she's a small thing that went through a lot of hardships and she went through a lot of problems growing up. So maybe she didn't have all the benefits and all the things that could have helped in her development. So she is wicked smart, but
wicked
smart. Yeah.
Still in lines.
Yeah.
All right, to your virtual whatever, we have Frederick. How are you doing, Freddie?
Doing pretty good myself. How you doing today, Terry Mayo?
I'm doing good, Fred.
Good. Real good to hear. My name's Moth, all right? I'm a half-orc barbarian. Moth, how I ended up with that name, well, it's a cruel name, really. A name bestowed upon me from my human father. I'm not much of a father, but nonetheless, my mother said he chose that name because, well, it's like a butterfly. You kind of grow up, but instead of growing up beautiful, I grew up ugly. That's just who I am. inside and out. But my childhood, non-existent. Not much of a childhood. My mother was abandoned when I was first born by my father. We had a rough existence out in the wild east, dealing with all those wild animals. Is what it is. Be all right.
Yeah, I'm really trying to button down on where your accent is coming from, but I'm
It's
intrigued.
going to change a little bit because I don't really do too much talking with folks over here in the far west. So as far as I picked up many, so I usually adapt to my surroundings pretty well.
All right, and then to your virtual shoulder, we have, last but not least, Josh. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Much better than Orc Half Man.
Orc Half Man.
My name's Moth.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Sorry.
My character is Kellen. Kellen McKellar. He is. He's from a harbor town. It's pretty large though, right? Right, Terry? It's like a
Gavin
pretty large city.
Yeah, it's one of the larger cities in Prosperity.
And there's a university there. Grew up with his father, and hasn't seen his father in several years now. A lot of what's been going on politically in this continent, in this island, has been affecting his ability to communicate with his father and see him. So it's been a few years, and actually one thing that he does hope is that being part of the military will lead him eventually to being able to go back up to his hometown of Gavin Gloom Holly.
When we last left off, we in session 0, we had the group of you were in a chapel in White Cross. You just finished talking to Ruby Jewel and gotten your orders to leave in 3 hours. For some of you, that's still a mystery. One of you were able to grab the orders that Ruby Jewel left behind. But for the rest of you, it's kind of still a little bit in the dark. You know you're going after an ambassador in Stonewall. But for the most part, that's about it. When you guys meet up with him 3 hours later, it's pretty much a quiet drive with the wagon. Ruby doesn't seem like he's in the much mood for talk. You do notice that he's drinking pretty much the entirety of the 12-hour trip.
It's early.
He likes to drink.
He just hasn't stopped drinking.
Yeah.
That's the night before.
What you do notice is that on the map, you're following kind of an out-of-the-way pathway to get to Stonewall. Instead of taking a point as the crow flies from like point A to B, you're going out of your way to travel along the coast. You know that there's been talk of different races being designated cities and towns and reservation type places. There are rumors that in the area north of White Cross, south of Stonewall, the Thrycreen race has been designated that spot. And rumors are that they're really not that happy about it.
What's the race?
Thrycreen, might be butchering the say. THRIKREEN. Thrycreen? I don't know. Something
Whatever
similar.
you want to call it.
Are they? Do we know what they are?
Green.
Yeah. So,
Are they like? Do we know what type of race that is? Like what they look like, or the humanoid?
yeah, it's general knowledge. Just because the size of the island, pretty much it's pretty dense, or pretty spaced together as far as like the races. So there's very few races that you haven't come across. The Thrycreen resemble more of like a grasshopper type race, multiple arms, fangs. They look almost like insect-like, I guess. More savage than your basic races you would is what you hear. They stay to themselves in the eastern peninsula, but they've been kind of gathered to this spot north of White Cross.
So it looks like we're headed. So if we're keeping to the coast, are we moving around them or towards?
Moving around them. So you are on the western side of this reservation. The drive through the wagon, pretty smooth, pretty uneventful. It's been in the middle of the night.
So we're kind of taking the long way around. We're not going straight through. We're going
right.
Kind of.
It's about a 15 to 20 mile trek via wagon, taking about a half a day. So you in the wagon going fast. You made it there in about 12 hours, or you're going to make it there in about 12 hours. The once the sun starts to come up, uncovered wagon. It's a wagon that they would use for supplies. It's not made for comfort. The wagon that you're in.
2 horses.
2 horses. Ruby Jewel is driving the wagon right now. Who is awake right now and who is sleeping?
I'm awake.
If I could be still sleeping, I'll be sleeping.
Okay.
I'll be awake.
Those of you that are awake, as the sun comes up, you cross over this hill, and what you start to see first is smoke. Fog, mist coming off the water. You start seeing scatterings of farms, scatterings of smaller houses. In the distance, you see this huge wall. At this point, you could guess that it's at least 30 feet high. Let me share a screen real quick. So as you're crossing over this hill, you're going through the village itself, and you're seeing this stone facade, the stone structure standing out in the hills. You would guess that there's about 500 to 600 yards between the beginning of the farms to the walls of Stonewall. Just basically that Stonewall itself began behind these walls, and as the population grew inside the walls, the lesser class started spilling out of the safety behind the walls, and that's what you're passing through now. It's kind of the lower class of Stonewall. You have houses, you have smaller shops, but again, they're mom and pop. They're not going to be your higher class. Who's awake right now?
I am.
So Ruby, as he's driving, kind of takes a look over his shoulder. Hey, halfling, could you do me a favor and come up here for a second?
Get closer.
Take the reins to these. You know how to drive one of these, yeah?
Yep.
All right. You're going to guide us straight through the gates. Just keep going straight. And with that, Ruby kicks up his heels, kind of takes his bottle of gin, lowers his hat a little bit. What's it like for you to be back home, Bree?
Nothing different.
What's it been, about a year or two since you've been back?
Kind of. Probably more than that.
You're not quite the talkative one, are you?
There's not a lot of things that I can say about Stonewall.
Yeah.
Or myself.
Have you been... Go ahead.
You kind of look familiar.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing back at the chapel about you, but I was about 2-3 sheets to the wind, so I couldn't quite be sure. I feel as though I've met you before in Stonewall, yeah?
Yeah. Probably like in a tavern or something.
If I had known for sure who you were, I probably wouldn't have picked you for this mission, but being as it is, take us up to the gates, and once we get there, I'm going to get you to guide these guys to meet a young man by the name of Periwinkle Leafshard. Do you know him?
Periwinkle?
Periwinkle Leafshard. Yeah, he's a new warden, came straight from Beacon. God, about a year or so ago now. Elvish fella. From what I understand, you can trust the mate, but he's, he is elfish. He is from Beacon.
Nah,
So I'd watch myself around him.
obviously.
Like I said back at White Cross, we're not quite invited, but I think as long as I'm with you guys, then there's not going to be a whole lot of trouble.
And where are you heading towards, Captain?
Well, I've got my own things to do, but in the meantime, I'll get you to meet with Periwinkle.
And is there any rendezvous?
He takes a letter out of his breast pocket, and he hands it to you. Bree, don't open this.
No worries, Captain.
Okay. So as you're driving up, he just kind of goes back, puts his heels back up on the side of the wagon, lowers his hat. You guys got about 2-3 minutes till you get to the gates, driving slowly. You're noticing that the citizens in the town, it's a mixture of fear, a mixture of disgust, a mixture of confusion that you're even here. Quite a contrast from White Cross, quite a contrast from places you've been in the South where there's White Cross flags hanging from flagpoles, White Cross flags hanging from windows even. That when when the Echo arrives in town, there's jubilation. It's very much not that here in Stonewall. One thing you are noticing is a high collection of military along the walls. The closer you get to the walls, the more dense the military presence is. And it's not White Cross, it's not Echo military.
Okay. You know, the dinner at the Shelk and Goat is quite cool. Don't you agree, Captain?
The choking goat. You know, ever since they changed ownership, I would stay away from there. What I would do though is go to the Midnight Inn. Ask for Bertha, she'll take care of you. She might even fix you up with some purple drink.
I don't know. That area is kind of shady.
Oh, well, you know, shady area can be fun.
Yeah, that's my kind of place.
That's what I thought, Brig. That's what I thought. So, Ruby Jewel, his bottle full of gin, kind of tosses it back behind him without looking at all. Kicks the side of the wagon. Wake up, you lot! Wake up!
Yeah, pull the trigger.
Breeze here's gonna guide you guys into the city. What I would like for you to do, you know what, I made up my mind. What I would like for you to do, Bree and I had a nice conversation, a nice heart-to-heart. Once the sun is in the sky, let's say about noonish, let's all meet up at the Midnight Inn. What do you say, Bree? That sounds fun, yeah?
Sure. Let's have some brewskis and some lamb.
Oh, we're already talking about drinks.
It's never too early to talk about drinks, Kellen.
I could go for a beer and another lie down, huh?
Cadets, I do want to apologize for the other night. I do, normally that is not my style. I'm not that hard-nosed kind of guy, but in the moment, especially in a military encampment, monkey see, monkey do. I felt as though I had to make my presence known. Here in Stonewall, though, much different Ruby Jewel, I promise you.
Mr. Jewell, how many, I'm kind of writing down in a notebook as I'm talking to you. How much time we got here?
Well, I have to have you locked back by 6 days, so I got to get back to my station in 6 days. So we should probably leave in day 5, make our trek back.
So, okay. And
We're going to be learning at some point what we're actually doing here.
Any particular reason why us lot were picked to begin with?
All good questions. All good questions. Boot, Moth, great questions. See how good I've been at learning your names. All personal alike. I picked you because I felt you were the best of the best. I thought you could help me along in my little mission here. It's been handed down to us that there's an ambassador missing. Cask, you might find this interesting. This ambassador was a bit of a bard back in his youth, so maybe you guys might have something to talk about. I don't know.
You wouldn't necessarily describe us as, say, unessential, right?
I don't think I'd ever utter the words out loud, no.
All right. Fair enough.
I am simply surprised that the barbarian can write.
Well, not only do I write poetry.
Please.
What's it say? I stabbed
Indulge
him.
me.
He bled.
I pull it out like this. There's been an undeniable truth since before we ever even existed. Nothing ever stays the same. Change cannot be resisted.
Oh my goodness. I need not even cast sleep. That nearly knocked me out.
It's been working on it all night.
Well, are we there yet?
As you guys are talking, Bree, you're taking us across the bridge, the bridge. So the divide from the wall to the smaller towns. There's a river. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's the fortified bridge, right?
Fortified.
Yeah. So the mission was to find Darrywinkle at where? At the Whitecroft?
Well, like I said, I've never met the chap, but what I have heard is that he was quite the bard back in his day. Went into politics. He was the voice of King Baron for a while. Once King Baron died, of course, he ushered himself out of Burning Beacon. I guess he did not see eye to eye with King Danelle for whatever reason. And has been in a bit of seclusion for the last year or two. Why the nobles in Burning Beacon want to talk to him now, want to find him now, that's not my business. My business is just to find him.
So just to confirm, this ambassador has been in seclusion, and that's where we're trying to find him from. So we should be able to poke around, maybe find some of the local folks, hobnob with them, get a pinpoint for where this ambassador's hiding out, and nab him.
Yeah. I mean, that would be my general idea. I'm going to start off with the folks I know. I seem to know quite a few of the people in Stonewall that may have, if anything foul happened to the bard, then I'm sure I would have knowledge of it.
Mr. Captain Jewell, do you happen to have any, I mean, it's a personal question, but you have any family here by chance?
Oh, you're writing a book there, Moth?
I do write.
Not to interrupt, but this bard, you say, I have first-hand experience in knowing that us bards, we like to visit these taverns. You mentioned one earlier. What was that called?
Well, the Midnight Inn is my favorite gig. Midnight Inn. It's down it's over by Lookout Point. I'm sure Bree can show you the way, but there's quite a few taverns in town. I think there's There's the Blarney Snake. They got some ale. They got the Choking Goat. They got some ale. But
Yeah.
if you really want to have a good time, you really want to talk to the best of the best, Midnight Inn. You can't go wrong there.
I think that's the plan then, innit?
Yeah.
But again, real quick, I don't mean to be writing anything from a book here, but do you happen to have? I'm just curious because I have a mom. Do you have any family here?
My mom lives in Stonewall, Moth. Does that answer your question?
In Stone Moth?
My mom lives in Stonewall, Moth.
Your mom lives here. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm just curious.
So as we're having this lovely conversation,
He said you could show us to this inn. Have you been here before?
I'm from here.
Then away we go. Yes?
so as you guys are crossing the fortified bridge, again, the military presence is heavy. You're starting to notice that on this bridge, there's cannons posted up, soldiers at guard. And again, the same feel. Inside the city, as you cross over the bridge, you get this stench of like human waste, of like rotting meat. It's just a dirty smell. You good?
I'm not as sneaky as Free. Like at all.
Ah!
There you go. Okay.
It smells like you would expect a dock to smell, mixed with human waste. As you push further across the bridge and you start to see, almost like a mirage, the buildings look cleaner, the grass looks greener, the air is actually starting to smell better once you cross over to the bridge and you're actually inside the walls of Stonewall, inside the city center. It's almost like you're in another world. Almost everything that you saw on your way in doesn't even compare to what you're seeing now. The buildings, there's gold accents, there's fine ivory, there's marble fountains, noble women walking around. You are also seeing shops, fine shops, blacksmiths at work. This is a thriving community. This is a rich community. As you cross the bridge, 2 guards standing in your way. You're also seeing an elvish fellow further down the way. Ruby points to him. He's like, "Bree, that's your man right there, Periwinkle. Hey, Petty!" And then he points at him. You see Ruby. He's looking off towards the river on the bridge. There's a collection of ships in the man-made harbor there. One ship seems to have caught his eye. It's highly adorned. There's a nude mermaid at the mast, and this large, probably the largest human you've ever seen, and the hairiest human you've ever seen, kind of like waving down. Like Ruby turns around to Kellen. He's like, I've been thinking, Kellen, your idea about our uniforms is probably right. And then with that, he jumps off the wagon and he starts walking towards this hairy, large man. And Perry is walking towards you guys.
She's a looker.
As Perry's walking towards you guys, I kind of huddle everybody in really quick with my long arms and looking up at this giant cat and kind of trying to bring you guys in. I'd like to point out one thing. I think the captain was lying to us, and I pull out the notes or the orders that he dropped on the ground. It says here that he's requested for leave to assist his ill mom, and the only way he can do it is by getting here and back in 6 days. So I think he was lying to us, because why would his ill mom be here if he has to go back and then back again? Doesn't make too much sense. So just want to throw that out there. I think we're being lied to.
He's trying to check his boat.
That might be it.
What did the rest
I'm
of the audience
fine.
say?
That's a
Wait,
probably
that's his,
that's a.
you think that's his boat?
I believe that's the ocean jewel. Am I right, DM?
You know
Sick.
that's the ocean jewel.
I think.
Well,
One day.
wait, Tomo, is our captain a little bit of a... What does he do? I don't really know much about him.
He said.
Well, he likes
Captain-
my ideas. That's one thing.
He is a captain. Captain.
Oh, a ship captain.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, well, I guess this paper don't matter. I just rip up the paper and throw it behind my...
Why would you do that?
That
That was evidence.
Wait, weren't those the orders?
No, well, he didn't know I had them.
Didn't he
But-
give them to you?
No, he threw them on the ground.
That was
What did
convenient.
the rest of the orders say? Come on, brushing us up on that, bruv.
I wrote down my book here. See, I like to write things, so I don't have to hold it all over the place. Stay organized, I do. Yep.
How intelligible is the writing when we're looking at it?
I'm intelligent. So a little bit intelligent, but I got big stubby fingers, so sometimes smear a little bit.
Freddie, are you showing them the letter?
I showed him the letter. I showed it to him for a second, and then I ripped it up and I opened up my book and I show what I wrote down, but it's legible.
Oh.
So it says here. Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes.
Okay. So these were the orders. It's hard going back to a normal voice, guys. Oh.
You're reading them to us, though, right?
Yeah, I'll read it to you.
That's okay.
Your request for family acquaintances stationed at White Cross to accompany you to Stonewall denied, as all of these individuals have been reassigned to the Eastern Deadwoods. Your request to have for leave
I do declare.
to assist your ill mum are approved. This is the final word. Stop sending requests. There are stipulations to your leave. You have 6 days to return to your post on the Eastern Pen. Well, that he was truthful about. Said 6 days. You must be accompanied by Echo soldiers, as Stonewall is now officially deemed uncooperative. So it's uncooperative here. Well, we already kind of knew that too. I guess he was honest about that as well. 3. Excuse me while I take a sip of my water.
Periwinkle.
Spreading the word has stretched able-bodied reserves thin, so you will take 5 cadets from White Cross with you as backup. You may choose any unessential cadets you like. So apparently he does think we're unessential, so that's 2 lies that he's given us. While in Stonewall, investigate the whereabouts of Ambassador Treemwiley. He has a family cottage in the Stonewall City Center. It could ease noble minds in Burning Beacon if we can discover his whereabouts. These orders have been delivered to your supervisor and the command at White Cross. They will be expecting you. 6 days, Captain. 6. Those are the orders.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not really liking just going straight to a tavern when we have orders for the homestead in the middle of the city center. Why don't we start there?
I would probably reckon that's probably a better place to start, unless anybody has any objections. But I think my man Periwinkle's about to wander up on us, so maybe we should talk
So
that.
split the auto then.
Maybe we can split up.
And
I
Frank,
believe I heard my name. Big fellow, you mentioned Periwinkle. How do you know my name?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to forget a freaking name like Periwinkle.
Yes, it's a beautiful name, I know. The problem I see here is that you chaps are on my bridge and you're dressed as Echo soldiers. Tell me, my eyes are playing tricks on me. You are not Echo soldiers, correct?
I mean,
What's the
I
answer to this
think you
one?
might be able to address all of these questions with that man over there. And I point out our captain. Oi, Cap!
So Ruby keeps walking. Whether he heard you or not, you may never know. But he doesn't turn around. Periwinkle does see him, and his face just kind of like that feeling of like, oh, this guy. He's like, oh, well, that explains quite a lot. So who should I be addressing here?
I'm a captain cadet, but
Cascola Lionel,
yeah,
de facto leader and captain of the brave Bastardi, hero of the grave coast, legend of the trackless sea. You may address our leader, the brave Moth, conqueror of volcanoes. He is our capitan.
I've been conquered many volcanoes in my day. Yep, I sure did.
El Capitan.
I like the way that rings a bell.
Well, what did Ruby bring you here for?
He said that you would be able to assist us in pointing out some. Well, I would like actually to defer my captain abilities to my young. Well, I guess she might be a little bit younger than me, but definitely a little bit shorter than me for sure. She would actually have she's the questionnaire of the group. She knows these the right questions to ask. That's why I pointed her questionnaire. I sure did.
He doesn't perform well under pressure.
I perform better under battle pressure. That's why I'm the brave man who killed the volcano thing. But
Yes, better well.
She's good with the tongue.
My lady, can you translate what your friend said?
We need to pass.
Well, I need justification to let you pass. For your own safety.
We need to pass. We're wearing these uniforms because we needed a safety road, but we're on the way to the Shucken Goat. Apparently, there's been a change of administration, so management. So we need to talk to the big one.
I'm noticing that none of you have any sorts of insignia on your Echo armor. My guess, you're still in training, am I correct? Yes, your silence says it all.
Pretty well trained, let's say.
Tell you what, unless I
Can
have something telling me I can let you through, or you bring Ruby Jewel back here, I am not moving from this bridge.
But
Periwinkle,
can
let
you
me
not
ask
see,
you.
sir, that we have this wagon full of supplies? We were simply trying to bring it in so we could complete our trade deal.
Yeah, weapon full of supplies.
Should I roll for deception?
Yeah, please do.
Can I? I'm going to throw an assist here with him while he's trying to deceive him, and kind of distract him a little bit as well.
19.
Periwinkle, let me ask you this: have you ever had a hawk bear down on you from the sky with giant claws, and you had to grab it out of the air and snap its neck?
I start looking around for birds.
I can't say that I have.
I did that when I was 12. Sure did.
That is fascinating.
Do I know this Periwinkle?
No. Cask, you recognize his voice. Boot, you recognize his speech pattern is pretty typical of Burning Beacon nobility. The deception check, he believes what you're saying. He's kind of has an internal struggle right now, but he believes you.
Is there anything we can do to get into this city past you?
Oh, when you see your captain again, tell him I have a word that I need to whisper in his ear on the etiquette in letting Echo cadets roam freely around Stonewall. Last thing I want is dead Echo cadets soiling the ground.
Oi, Periwinkle. We ain't exactly here to see ourselves dead on the streets of Stonewall. I can tell you ain't exactly super fond of the king and all. So we promise to keep to ourselves. We're here just to distribute the supplies, right? As Big Cat just said.
Well,
Big-
what if we could strip these clothes down as well, and maybe go under cover while we're here, if it helps.
Well, that sounds like a plan you should have enacted before you reached the gate, don't you believe?
Well,
Tell you what, this has gone on long enough. We're creating a traffic jam behind you. You're going to the choking goat, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
I will send my men there in roughly an hour. If I do not see supplies being unloaded there, then we will have words. Until then, you are free to pass. Please be careful. Please do not start any trouble. I do fear for your safety and the repercussions that may come with that. And with that, Perry kind of moves to the side and kind of folds his arm and is looking at the docks, trying to find Ruby Jewel again.
I'm gonna hop into the front seat of the carriage next to the halfling. You still got. Okay, let's do this. My trusty word advisor.
I keep driving.
The guards are just waving you through.
As we're going through the gates, can I start casing people, trying to see what people are actually wearing on this side of the
Yeah.
wall?
Yeah. So again, most of the people here are dressed like nobility. They're dressed like they have money, or they come from money, or have money. There are still some middle class, maybe lower class. Bree can probably fill you in a little bit more on what that entails, but the citizenship is mostly going to be nobility that you find inside.
Bree, you said you lived here. Where could a cat find a tailor? One that would be cheap. Yes.
And not in this area for sure. I'll take you to a place.
Bree, how far are we from the city center from here?
How far, DM?
Bree, you know that from the fortified bridge to the lookout point, those are the two farthest points from each other. It's a good 10-minute walk. You can't take the wagon through there. The first point of interest is going to be the choking goat, so you'd be walking from there on.
How far is the choking goat from the city center?
Roughly 5-minute walk.
So why don't
Okay, that's not bad.
why don't we do this? Let's drop the wagon off, shed these clothes. We can maybe scurry and get one drink from the choking goat, which is such an odd name to me. I mean, who's choking a goat? But after that, we could venture, walk down, maybe drink in hand, blend in, and go to the city center. And go to this cottage so we can find, see where this man is.
I'm sure you've choked your fair share of goats.
Just birds.
That's also
So,
really weird.
I'm going to pass. I'm gonna pass the choking goat. Drive through it.
With the
Okay.
supplies? I'm just okay.
Wait,
But you don't know. You don't know where the.
Are we
I'm
going
just-
to appease our quick-thinking cat's friend idea and unload these supplies here, while also investigating this ambassador?
I just need to see if there's someone that I recognize.
I'm thinking we drop the wagon here then, right? We don't want to get in more trouble, right?
Um,
The
Sure.
road narrows.
The road
This is
narrows. Yeah, It would be a really rough ride if you took that wagon through the streets past Choking Goat, and you would. It's not a normal practice. You wouldn't see any other wagons on these streets.
I want to park in the back.
Of the Choking Goat.
If there's a back.
Does it
I
have
want
a
to
back?
see. I want to see like the alley around. Do I see? What do I see? Do I see people?
Where are you
Kid.
taking us? I thought you knew this city. This is an alley,
I know.
not the Choking Goat.
Yeah, this is the back entrance. That's how you
Ah.
load things.
And I will get out and start taking stuff out of the cart in the alley.
We don't actually have anything to give to the Choking Goat, so
Nope.
that
What's
was
in the cart? Do we know what's in the cart?
Mm-mm.
There.
Can we start like looking, like in
Yes.
the back of the alley, so we can start like looking what is inside of the cart?
In the cart is just provisions for 5 days. Sleeping bags, barrels of food, barrels of ale, but just enough for 5 cadets, 1 captain for.
This is our stuff.
I'm thinking we grab a room here.
This is our
And,
food. This is our things.
If we grab a room here, we can unload our provisions at the Choking Goat, and technically, we're good to go.
Good. I don't have
So,
money.
uh,
Do you?
I have a little bit, but
I think we pay at the end anyway, right?
find out.
Is there a way that we get reimbursed through?
Let's talk to
Echo?
the owner.
Wait, are we? Yeah. City receipts. Is there any other clothes in the provision?
Are you talking like a
Other
per
than
diem
not-
or something? Like
Yes. So you guys all have your standard your leisure wear
right,
packed
well, I'm
with you. So in that stuff in the wagon, all of your like equipment, your weapons, all that stuff is on you. That's not included in what's in the wagon.
Mhm.
So whatever change of clothes you would normally have for leisure, you have that with you.
All right, I'm gonna put on my leisure clothes then before we make the room reservation.
But they don't have any
Okay.
armor to that, though. Correct? Is that just like a regular solid 10?
It's
plus
just
dex?
cloth. Yeah, it's just cloth. It's just your cloth clothes or whatever. So
I
you,
have a costume. Of,
Please, with
so I'm
tights.
going to take out of my pack a little eye patch and a hat with like a bandana on it, and like some leather strap things that look like they hang loosely but tight at the same time. You know, loose but tight, and kind of look like a pirate a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, the wagon going in the alley. Bree, you asked if you recognized anybody. You do see a gentleman by the name of Travern Rivendell. You know he is the owner of Choking Goat. He's just kind of watching you from the porch, but kind of just arms crossed, watching, wondering what is happening. That you can assume. Out of the corner of your eye, you also see a cluster of 3 guys. All human, roughly about 100 yards away. Well, do me a favor, Bree. Can you roll a perception check or perception check?
First roll of the night.
Yay. Let's see.
While you're rolling that, could somebody tell me how you can see what your gold is on D&D Beyond?
Your starting goal, did you do a starter equipment?
I did.
So your goals then.
0.
Found it. Okay.
Clear equipment.
Got it. Okay, continue, sir.
I'm so happy.
Do we
20,
have
21.
21. Okay. You notice these 3 guys. They're human. You can't make out what they're saying, but you can kind of see their lips moving. You're catching certain words. You do see echo, what sounds like echo. You do see what sounds like bastard. And you see that there's an intense dislike on their face. And they
Ooh.
keep looking at you guys.
as we're changing?
Even as you're changing.
Take a picture, yeah.
Take a picture.
Make a portrait.
Yes, paint me a picture, yeah?
Taking
So
clothes off.
So Travard is walking towards you guys. Bree Travard is the owner of the Choking Goat. I hate to bother you guys.
Oi, Trevor.
Good evening. Bree, is that right, Bree? My goodness, you look different. I
Yeah.
hate to bother you guys. I know that it's middle of changing and everything, but I am wondering why you are changing in my parking area, in my dirt.
Oh, we're getting a room here.
Yeah, we figured
Oh.
we'd park the cart outside, and then we would, maybe stay for a little while.
Got it. And
Most likely several rooms as well, unless you got one with 7 beds.
We have
Or 6
stinking
beds.
traveling clothes on, so if you know what I
Right.
mean.
right, I can't help but notice the black and white. I mean, probably a
Like-
great idea to change.
Like I
And-
said,
Yeah,
stinky travel clothes.
got it. All right. Point taken.
Smells like shit.
Well, I do have a bunkhouse. Let me be honest. I know that obviously you people are Echo and Bree. That breaks my heart. But I have a bunkhouse. I can let you guys stay there. I would charge you all as a group rate. I don't mind doing that. But the bunkhouse is going to be away from the other guests. No offense, but I don't want to be associated with the Echo.
Don't worry, Trevor.
Greatly
We appreciate that.
Have I finished putting on my bright blue pants?
Yes.
See? No echo, Trevor. Only
Is-
good. Now, do you have an audience tonight? Oh, what time is it?
You're roughly pushing 9 o'clock, roughly.
I'm gonna
Hey,
I'm gonna walk
I'll
up
start
to
walking into the bar with my
I'm
loot.
gonna walk up to Trevor and I'm gonna pull out. You see these 2 hand axes at my side, and I'm reaching down underneath and I'm kind of. It is, Trevor, for your troubles, and I hand him 2 gold pieces.
Oh,
But we'll be staying here tonight, if you don't mind.
Got it. Thank you. They smell like Easter eggs. I appreciate that.
2 gold.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Well, I guess you could. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was looking.
2 gold. That's expensive.
He's like right there. Like,
Uh,
whoa!
Listen, I think me and my friends.
That was
we're not-
that was
we're
for
not-
2 reasons. I should not have seen what I just saw. Gross.
Kellen, relax. It's okay.
Second thing, that's really expensive.
It's okay. You're worth the trouble. Now we're gonna stay here for the night, and we're gonna mingle with the great folks of your fine establishment. And I can assure you, we're not from this Echo. We killed some Echo soldiers, and it was cold out, and we smelled like shit, and we just wanted to change. So we wore the shit during the night to get here to keep warm. They smelled like shit. We took it off, threw it in the conch. We're good to go. We're coming in. We're spending the night. Sound good to you fathom?
Whatever story you want to tell me, I don't mind believing it. That's fine. I mean,
Sounds good. And I would just like 1 round of drinks from my mates and I. That'd be nice, right? A little warm welcome.
of course, the bar is always serving for paying customers. I would hurry. It looks like the brothers Stan and Shane and Jacob may not believe your story.
Shane and Jacob seem like all right fellows to me. If they want to talk, maybe we could talk. If not, we don't really have to talk to them. I'm gonna reach into the cart. I'm gonna pull out my axe. It's a big, great axe. Well, if they don't want to talk, they don't have to. But we'll be heading in anyways.
I'm gonna lean over, and I mean, a lot of leaning over to the gnome and say, do we just negotiate ourselves out of a private house?
Oh, I'm a gnome.
Oh, that's me.
I'm just saying it to nobody in particular.
Nobody.
Oh,
Master of puns.
I was
Oh, me?
sorry. I can't get the image of his dong out of my head.
Oh my god.
That's between you
Whatever.
and him now, ain't it?
Whatever works.
Is he
It doesn't
packing?
work anymore.
Is he packing? And I mean in terms of gold and not in terms of dong?
He's packing something fierce.
Oh,
Maybe a goat. Something you can choke.
So talking in terms of gold.
who is still
I'll
up?
speak to you later when you've cleared that image from your mind.
Yep.
Boot, if you don't mind, I'm gonna head in. We got some free drinks waiting, and I'm gonna kind of follow our cask in.
I do want to grab Moth though and say, don't you think it would be better if we did take the house, Del,
We were told
away
to.
from everyone?
We were told to mingle with the fine, just people of
We
this
can
area.
mingle on our own time. All right, well, I guess we'll just have it your way then.
It sounds like the house is further away from the booze, Boot.
I came here to get this done right and quick.
We got
I mean,
To get
six,
drunk off my knickers.
we got
It-
5 days, Boot.
You know, we
5
could
days.
have actually stayed on our own, and I mean, there's beers in the cart.
It's
I don't think
warm.
we needed to pay
It's
2
warm.
gold.
It's warm beer.
Wait,
It's right. I think even with the poetry, it's not all there.
I'd like to point out that you didn't pay shit. I did, so just be grateful and let's go enjoy. We don't hide in places. We do
sorry,
not-
brother.
we don't-
I'm just trying to save you a little bit of coin.
That's
Uh,
all good.
Let the record state I am fine with hiding.
I don't really care too much for coin because I didn't need it for many years of my life, and honestly, it seems like a waste to me, anyways.
So,
So,
is there more of that to go around then? You mind? I can hold on to it for you.
how about I just buy you another drink? Let's go.
9 a.m. drinks is fine by me.
It's never too early to be drinking.
Well,
What are
Generous.
Stan, Shane, and Jacob doing?
So,
So,
wait, hold
um,
up. May I? While
Yeah,
they've
go.
been outside doing their thing, I'd like to be inside, actually mingling with the townsfolk, whoever's in there. I would like to just like start wherever there's a space, maybe stand on a chair and start telling a story of great adventure and
Okay.
tale, and just starting to hype the crowd a little bit.
Got it.
And
Got
I
it. So cast
At 9
the
a.m. Is it 9 a.m.? I
cast-
thought you said it was p.m.
no.
No, it's
So
Okay. 9
cast
a.m.
your-
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Time for
You,
stories.
you prance in there with your eye patch and your blue pants and your decked to the night, and you look magnificent. Let me tell you.
Wait, he's got an eye patch now?
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one in
Yeah,
front
he-
of my dust.
Dated.
He you walk in to a crowd of a barmaid. There is a guy that is inebriated asleep at the bar, and then Travard has started to make his way back in, and you hear dishes, maybe cups clinking in the back. So you would assume there's at least one person back there, and right now that is your crowd.
Okay. So I am going to walk to the bar next to the person asleep, and just say, "One, please," and slap the man on the back, and as he's sitting there.
He just kind of pops up. Oh, thank you so much.
I also act surprised as he comes out. Of the sleeper. Oh,
Did you hear that? Did you see that?
It was
Oh, my-
crazy. Two, please.
Yes,
So-
two for you, two for me, and one for you. That sounds fair, yes?
Yes, I like it.
I love the entertainment value at the Choking Goat. It never goes wrong.
The choking goat. Yes.
The choking goat. To the choking goat, my friend. What is your name, my friend?
To the choking goat.
Choking goat. I love the choking goat. And
I throw
he
the
kinda-
shot behind me and pretend to drink it.
So
Slap it back on me.
this character, no relation, I'm sure, but his name is Barney. Barney at the bar has been there for a minute. He smells pickled at this point.
Just like the real Barney.
He drinks
Smells.
most of the ale, but a lot of it kind of just goes down his shirt. And as he goes back, he kind of falls asleep in place at the bar stool.
Good man. Good.
Good man. Good Barney.
Is this right when we're entering? And
If
well,
you would
if
like.
it is, I want to come up and say, "Oh, we're doing it right. Good job mingling, I see."
Yes, I was not able to ascertain too much information from him, but what I got was likely extremely important for the future. How was outside?
Went pretty well. I must mention we got some free drinks coming. So
Well,
I have one right here, and I take the one that he didn't finish, and I just kind of hand it over to Moth.
I love me a good drink. Good. It's good. What 8 a.m. right?
So who were we looking for again? I seem to have
Forgot.
forgot.
Let me pull out my book real quick. The name of the gent is Ambassador Treemwiley.
Is everybody inside the building right now?
He's a
Okay.
yeah. We're all together, I think, right now.
Oh no.
Were we trying to figure out what was going on with the three guys that were like staring us down?
I went in after
After Cask. Yeah.
after Cask.
So inside the bar, you have Barney asleep at the bar. The barmaid making her rounds. Travart has made his way back behind the bar. Kind of reaches over, grabs Barney by the shirt, and kind of lowers him back on the bar, pats him on the head, and kind of gives you like a "what are you gonna do?" kind of look. And then just kind of goes about his day. He, all you guys except for Carla, are inside. Is that right?
No, Carla and myself are both
About
outside, and then
Okay.
Boot, are you outside still?
No, I came in.
You know.
Okay.
So Travart looks at you guys that are inside, and he says, "Please be on your best." I forget the accent. Please be on your best behavior. Please be on your best behavior. I cannot stress that enough. Welcome here as long as there's no trouble.
Hey, Echoes on, bruv. I give him a wink.
I cast Prestidigitation just to clean up Barney a little bit, like
Oh.
so that he's dry
You
for
said
one thing.
A clean Barney.
I clean Barney.
Carla, what are you and Josh doing outside?
I am just trying to pretend that I'm talking to what is your name, Josh?
Kellen.
Kellen. And trying to see what the this Stan, Shane, and Jacob doing. And I want to see if I see anyone else.
Okay. The brothers, as Travart called them, or Travert, Stan, Shane, Jacob, all human, all kind of bigger, stockier. One of them left. I can't say that you guys saw them or didn't see them leave, but two of them are still there, both middle-aged, 30s, 40s, and they're still talking. They're still kind of walking back and forth, clearly pissed, clearly looking at your direction. Kellen, do me a favor and roll a perception for me.
You want me to roll a perception?
Yeah, please.
17.
Oh, okay. Just like you were noticing the immense package in Moth's pants, you notice that there's a large bulge in the older brother's pant leg, about the size of a stick. It's on the side of his thigh. It looks like it could be some sort of club, some sort of weapon.
Mm.
I have a bad feeling about this piece
Do
of
you
shit.
Do you think what I'm thinking?
I don't know what you're thinking.
Oh, it's going to be a bar fight.
I don't know if it'll be a bar fight. More like
Or an alley fight. Or they're going to burn.
It's possible
The
that they
wagon.
will try to destroy our wagon
Yeah.
and maybe steal the horses.
Do you want to grab your shit?
I mean, I'm always carrying my shit. But
Then
I don't know what else we should do. Just leave the cart for everyone?
is there any stable in the choking goat?
There's no stable in the choking goat. It's just it's actually a nice dirt path. It's decorated, so it's not just like your standard dirt path, but it's where they would park the supplies for food, for drink, that kind of stuff. So there is a place to leave your wagon. The stables is further down into Stonewall.
All right. Then I'm going to just grab.
If it helps, I already grabbed all of my stuff out of the way.
I'm just going to grab some of the food that I have on the wagon. I have sweets and honey and stuff like that. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow, but I'm also gonna like go over to the two brothers and tug on their jacket or whatever their clothes,
Mhm.
and be like, "Hey, do you mind watching the cart while we're inside the bar? We're gonna get a couple of beers and then we're gonna be back out. But if you don't mind, just watching the cart."
So they're just kind of staring at you,
All right, good on you. Thank you.
seething.
And then I walk in.
Okay.
As he walks in, I'm gonna kind of look towards the doorway and what the hell took excuse me. What took you so long over there?
Oh, you were waiting for us?
Well, I'm holding on to 2 drinks for you.
Yeah, we think that those brothers are gonna probably try and steal our cart, or
Someone's gonna steal our cart. Our cart.
yeah, most likely. There's 2 guys. There's 2 guys, and one of them. There was a third one that I don't know what happened to him.
2 of them.
There's 2 of them now. Yeah.
All right, Boot, come with me. I slap him on the back. With me. And then I'm gonna grab the 2 axes out of my side. I'm gonna storm out, and I'm gonna walk out to the front, look at the 2 guys. You gonna steal our cart?
I would like to point out that I did not follow him out.
Okay.
Well, he
I look behind me
kind
and
of
I
pulled
see,
boot, right?
I look behind me and I see Boot, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely am running out and following you and kind of being like, whoa.
Boot, no.
Um,
Are you gonna steal our cart? Were you sent to steal our cart?
Moth, do me a favor. Roll for intimidation.
Okay. Okay. I'm using my D&D virtual dice. Intimidation. That's gonna be a 6.
He's already fucking blasted drunk.
Okay. So you did catch their attention, Moth. The larger of the 2 brothers looks down at the little brother, kind of chuckles.
I'm gonna be right behind him and be like, "Yeah, you're gonna try and steal our cart? No, not today."
He looks down at his little brother and go tell Shane. I think we have a party coming on.
Oh, is this the Shane and what was it, Jacob or whatever?
So Shane runs off and
Is Shane running off?
Shane runs off and
Oh, well, I'm gonna run with Shane then. Or you just wait right here, one little man. And I'm gonna tiptoe around him and kind of run. Shane, where do you think you're going? And I'm gonna step in front of him.
So I want to go to the one brother who's still there, but I think this was all some sort of misunderstanding. I reckon you saw us change out of those Echo uniforms, eh, bruv?
He spits on the ground. Echo bastards.
I feel the same way. Can't stand them. Thing is, we just came through from White Castle. We were smuggling some supplies through, and we weren't going to get through White Castle not wearing those mangy scrubs, aren't we? So, just like us, I think we feel the same way about the Echo. Not too fond of them, man. I'm going to roll for deception, I guess.
Yeah, please.
How tasty were those White Castle burgers, by the way?
Ooh, 18, I think, because I've got +2. Let me see. I rolled a 16 and then +2.
+2. But it's hard for me not to believe since you don't even know the name of White Cross from White Castle. So
that's what I'm saying. It's some. I'm not too familiar with it, but we had to make our way through it. Then, personally, I'm from way up north. Then haven't really spent much time down here. I just know that Kingsdown and Burning Bacon, we tried to slip through.
what kind of dumbasses come into a town dressed as the Echo? That's what I want to know. If they're not Echo, why are they dressed like Echo? It confuses me.
I was
I
sleeping,
understand.
actually.
To be honest, we barely escaped with the skins of our neck. Came through a patrol. We had to do the same sort of negotiating we did back there. And this big lug nearly lost us our life. He's not too smart up there.
You can see me kind of like yelling at Shane on the ground. Why do you think you're going front way, going that way, when we're over here and you just think it's okay to leave? Do we excuse you to leave? And then you can hear me off in the background.
He just blows his top off then at every moment. You see what we're dealing with.
So the brother you're talking with, he has the bulge in his pants, and he's just kind of like tapping, and you hear like the rings on his finger tapping, and it's made of wood, and he's just listening to you, trying to decide if he believes what you're saying. So far, you think he does. Do you mind telling your friend to leave my brother alone?
Yeah, he's mostly talk. We'll just get a few beers in him, and he'll be out asleep like a babe. And so I'm gonna yell over to, hey Moth, hey, come down now, Alfred. In. Let's go back to the bar. Seems everything is all straightened out. I look at him and wink.
They're not gonna steal our cart, are they?
I never were. No one was off his rocker.
Then Shane, why the hell are you running away? Let's go get a beer! And I put my arm around him and I turn him around and I pull him in. And let's go have one. So Shane and Jacob are if that's the brothers, Shane and Jacob are thoroughly confused at this point. Still there's anger. Still there's like this, what they saw with their eyes isn't computing with what they are now believing. The older brother, okay, yeah, first round's on you for the trouble, yeah? We got a free drink here. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to cut him off. Absolutely. First round's on us.
Well, all right then. And he pats you on the back. He's like, Shane, get over here, free beer. And I have my arm around Shane. I'm pulling for it. Shane, you seem all right. Let's go have us a drink. Maybe a pint or a pint. Yeah. So Shane is like shimmying off his brass knuckles as he's walking with you. And Shane is like still looking, but they're both game. So they join you in the bar. Let me get rid of the city.
I want to become like really close friends with Shane and Jacob now.
Oh boy.
While we're all walking about, is there a shitter in here?
Well, it's a civilized place. I would hope so.
You point me in the direction.
Travad, can you show these blokes where the shit house is? So Travad motions for you, and he can show you where
I'll
it
be
is.
right back, and I won't forget to wipe my ass.
So he's gonna go really shit.
I need water. I can't.
I'll be back.
Brilliant execution.
Flawless.
I just want to hear a flush in a moment.
Yeah, right.
No, like,
Like those Zoom calls where they don't mute themselves. Okay, so the two brothers join you. The other brother hasn't come back in yet, but they are joining you in the bar. Yeah, bartenders or the barmaid is making her way around, getting the orders. What isn't this a sight? Brothers Shane, Jacob, you don't come in this bar very often. What made new friends? I see. What can I get you guys to eat, to drink?
around, right?
I'll have a
Around.
pint of lager.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were talking to Jacob.
Anybody who's thirsty, that's who I'm talking to.
I'll take 3.
3? 3 what, my friend? My tabaxi friend, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You have half
Of
pints,
course.
right?
I am not surprised that you recognize me. I mean, the tales of my greatness just extend beyond the land. But yes, 3 of the dealer's
Three.
choice.
Got you. Anyone else? My friend. Forgive me. My eyes, gnome, halfling. I always get it wrong. I don't want to assume.
I appreciate you not assuming. I am a gnome. Thank you.
Gnome. All right. You mentioned half.
Half pint, please. Yes.
That can be done. Anyone
Couple
else?
of half pints for the half pints, eh?
Oh,
Clever. Clever.
Anyone else?
I walk out of the bathroom. Oh, there's some like paper stuck to my sandal. What are you serving? You got?
I got you 3.
Oh, I look up at you. You know, not many people are taller than me, and I appreciate your height and your wits. And I'll take those 3.
Anyone else?
Oh, D&D. Living vicariously through it.
If
Wish we were in a bar right
problem.
now. That's what I was thinking. Like, oh.
Oh, I miss bars.
I want
the bar.
a pint, please.
Pint. All right.
Wait, it comes in pints.
Tell you
They
what,
do.
I'll bring the table around of whatever you want. 3 for the cat, half pints all the way around. Table full of ale. Jacob and Shane, and
Beer?
they both kind of beer. I think the lady knows what she's talking about, and so
Oh, wait, real quick,
You seem like-
Trevor.
Hey, you seem familiar.
I
Do
can't.
I? What is your? I'm sorry, I'm Bree. What is your name?
Wendy, what is yours? Bree.
Bree.
Bree, you said? Bree.
Yeah.
You know, I'm terrible with names. Are you from Stonewall?
Yeah, I am.
Well, then we must have met because it's such a
Of
small place.
course.
It is great to see you again, Bree.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to be
Yes.
home.
Home, yes. Well,
Wendy, do you have shooters here?
no, the Fletcher is down the street. He has bows, he has arrows, everything you may need.
No. The shooters.
I can bring you an extra small glass
Do you
if you
have-
would like.
No, spirits. Do you have
I think he's talking about a shot.
Yeah, that's...
Liquor.
Oh, liquor is quicker. That is what I hear. Yes, I can bring you some of the strongest that I have.
I'll take a bottle of it, please.
Understood.
I
Understood.
already got you 3.
You know, don't judge me.
Anything else? Miss Bree, a pleasure to see you again. I work all day. If any of you guys need anything from me, it's rare that we get someone so early in the morning.
We've been traveling.
I just sense more judgment from this Wendy. Judging me on the time I drink, what I drink. Appreciate it, Wendy.
Well, all right then. And Wendy kind of goes back to the bar.
Poor Wendy.
She's fucking confused right now.
If you know my backstory, then the Shenanigans.
Yeah. So, Jacob and Shane are still just kind of sitting there, still trying to take in their surroundings, believing you, but really kind of still leery.
Which one's sitting closer to me?
Jacob is closest to you.
Okay. Is that the one who I had the conversation with earlier?
Yeah, he's the one with the log in his pants.
Oh, hey-yo. I just want to lean over and say, so I'm Jacob. I'm not just supposed to tell anybody this, but I lost my accent. We're actually here on a mission. We're supposed to be
On a mission.
linking up. Oh, think.
No, I lost him.
Oh, you got bleeped the whole time. He's just
It looks like
swearing.
Dang. Okay, there we go. I think. There we go. I got my accent back. So, Jacob, we're actually here, and I shouldn't just tell anybody this, but you seem especially trustworthy. We're here, and we're supposed to be linking up with somebody who has defected from the. Well, he was friends with the good king, and now he's against the bad king that's currently down there in Ban and Bacon. You wouldn't happen to know anything about Ambassador Trewiley?
Trimwiley. You know, pointy-eared folk, right?
Wait, what'd you say?
Pointy-eared elf.
Pointy-eared
elf.
Oh yeah, he's an elf, kind of like me, a little bit lighter.
I don't know anything about him being an ambassador, but there is a Trimwiley who kind of comes and goes from town from time to time. Haven't seen him in quite a while though.
That's what we've been hearing. We've been hearing not great things. That he's might have gone away. Might have been a victory for the big baddies, you know.
Oh, fucking Echo everywhere. They're like cockroaches just swarming across the land. I can't believe. I mean, my eyes when I saw you guys come in the audacity to wear the black and white in Stonewall. The audacity of someone. Even if you were Echo, what kind of moron wears it into a town where you know they don't agree with your beliefs?
Believe me, I know. I can't stand people telling me what to do. Not the least a king 1,000 miles away.
Oh my God, you know what? I was on the fence before. Now I'm in your backyard, and we're playing ball together. I am with you 100%, sir. Trimwiley, you know what? I do believe that I have a friend. He does armor for us. His name is Meep. Goblin folk he is. You know what Meep might know? Meep does quite a lot of work for everybody in town. Great prices if you need armor, if you need weapons. Meep's your man. He has an armory down by the orphanage, past Mazzy's tower. You can find him.
Perfect. Yeah, past the tower then. Yeah, we might be able to hook up with him right after this. Might be able to point us in the right direction. I do appreciate that, Jacob.
Hey, Shane.
You're gonna have to forgive Shane, Half-Orc. His tongue was cut out by the echo.
Well, it makes sense why you weren't really responding to anything I was saying. Shane, give me a thumbs up if you ever thrown an axe before.
So Shane lifts his hand up, and it's like this. And it's like, Jacob, you're going to have to forgive him. Both of his thumbs were cut off by the echo as well.
All right, man. I'm just gonna sit. That's a shitty thing. I would hate me some. Where's those shooters at?
I just want to say, like, I want to kind of say, like, loudly say, like, that sounds like that nasty echo lot, doesn't it? And kind of like nod at everybody, doesn't it, everybody? Those nasty echoes.
And I'm gonna kind of look at you. Huh?
Yes.
I'm drinking from my giant tank.
Yeah, so Wendy brings back your drinks, and she's here's your 3 ales, your table, your half pints for you, the pint for you, the bottle of the liquor for you, Jacob, Shane, special glass for you, Shane. All the way around, you should be set. If you need anything else, I am in the room. Friendly Tabaxi Man, you were going to sing a song earlier. I saw you walk in. My heart fluttered.
Why, yes, indeed. We could use a little entertainment. The lights dim around me a little bit, but
Sunlight.
no, just whatever lighting is around, so I can make lights dimmer. I guess that's sunlight, so I put like a
Curtains.
yeah.
Do you have thaumaturgy?
I do not know. I have prestidigitation, so like I get like a coin and I flick it across my fingers and I throw it out into the air and it just disappears. And I pass the 3 drinks over to Moth. And
Do
I
I have a candle nearby? I will.
okay. I draw my saber and I stand on the table and I start telling a tale of. I say, oh, I have a tale for you all, but I will not bore you with the details. No, you could not comprehend such a tale, so intricately woven, details so finely thought out plot hooks.
Tell us the tale. Tell us the tale. Tell us the tale. Tell us the tale. Do it. I want to hear the tale.
The crowd is cheering. Jacob and Shane are cheering. Shane's like, no.
He's quite the storyteller, this one.
I could not tell you of the time spent at sea, of conquering massive storm and shore alike, of traversing peril after utter peril, and yet coming out with not enemies, but friends. And I just continue along.
I have a single tear that dropped. Go like that.
Do me a favor, Barney. Roll for performance with advantage.
All right.
With advantage.
Depending on how this is how my reaction's going to be.
19 with advantage.
Tear.
God, have you ever heard such words? Such words move. Oh, jeez.
So
That makes me want to throw axes. Shane, I know you can't throw axes, but Jacob, get up, stand up.
Jacob stands up. Yeah.
I take out one of my axes, I toss it to him. You see that wall over there? First one to hit that middle part, and I throw my axe.
Just at the wall.
And then I guess I roll for
damage.
The wall.
Oh,
that'll be 12 damage. Jesus. And axe.
so
All right. Jacob is in it to win it. He's in the moment. He's feeling it. You can see the tears in his eyes as well. Takes the axe. It's a little heavier than what he's probably used to. Throws it. His axe does not hit the wall, but it does get close to the wall. Clanks on the ground, but still, he's excited. Shane, yeah! The crowd, Barney is awake at the bar. He's really doesn't know what's going on, but he is awake.
And clean.
Wendy
I toss the shooter to Jacob. All right, now take the shot. That's how you play the game.
Shane just.
I meant Jacob. Jacob, if you use all 4 fingers, you can pinch it together.
So you guys are engaging in this game. Yeah,
I'm going to go pick up my axes while we're playing over and over again.
All right.
So as I step down from the table, I would like to walk over to was it the bartender or the waitress? The waitress, Wendy. And say,
Wendy.
you probably see a lot of people come and go. Have you heard of a Treya Wiley?
Of what, love?
Treya Wiley.
Oh, Trey Wiley. I know a Trim Wiley.
Yes, that's the one. You
Yes,
see, It's
Yeah.
very important that we find him. I am an entertainer by trade, and he has contracted me to play at some recent event. Would you happen to know his whereabouts or anything that might help?
Oh, love, you see that seat over by Barney, the empty one?
Mhm.
That's normally Trim Wiley's seat. He hasn't been in here in weeks. I'm not one to gossip, but what I heard is that he may have been one of the unfortunate ones that's gone missing in town.
Oh, there are more than one.
Well, again, not to gossip. I don't know you kind folks, but yes. Yes, there are many, yes.
Well, thank you for this information. And I slip her a silver.
Oh, she kind of separates the cleavage, drops it in, pushes it back.
As soon as that happens, I snap and it's gone because it wasn't. I don't have any money.
with that, would she have felt that? With
I don't know. Should I make? I could make a
Yeah, how
check.
much cleavage is there?
Sleight of hand check.
you make it?
Deception?
Yeah, make a sleight
No, she would have. No.
Just no, maybe.
Yes,
I don't
please.
think you can feel precipitation, right?
I'm
No,
not.
you can't because it can warm and cool.
She has something between her boobs, so no.
What is your
Do you
roll,
like-
Barn?
I rolled for sleight of hand 10.
Okay. As she's walking away, she kind of shivers a little bit.
I walk out the door. No, I walk back to the table and I would say, it seems as though the one we are looking for is not here.
Oh, where is he?
I believe our newly appointed friends, or recently made friends, have pointed us in the direction of an armorer named Meat, who should be able to help point us in the right direction. Apparently, he's pretty plugged in with all the goings on about town. Want to know? Also provides good prices on wares.
Where do we
Um,
find meat?
I relayed the direction.
I'm expecting Wendy to be like, "Oh, you want some meats, loves?"
Point of correction. The goblin's name is Meep. Meep.
Oh, meat.
Meep.
There goes my meat joke.
Where do we find some meat?
Bree would know the general location of it.
What kind of meat do you
You
want?
guys were all at the same table. You were all overhearing it. But the directions that Jacob gave Boot was past Mazzy's tower over towards the orphanage.
There's an orphanage here, huh?
There's probably orphanages everywhere.
Immediately, I kind of swipe the drinks off the table, and I kind of straighten up. I'm done drinking.
And the
Done
orphan.
drinking for the day.
Most towns are lousy with them orphanages and orphans alike.
Sad business. being
Crawling with
alone.
Well, I'd say I've got a decent amount of buzz for it being about 9:30.
It's the time has flown while you've been in here. It's pushing them almost 11:30ish.
11:30. So
I don't know. Shouldn't we get lunch?
I'm good, and I've been eating my. So I have a small pocket, and I'm gonna grab a honeycomb, and I'm gonna start nibbling it. I'm fine.
So,
we
lead
can
on
check
to
out
the
the homestead, or we can go
armorer.
check out the lead to Meep.
So the general, just setting the general scene. So Jacob and Shane are behind you. They're still the game that Moth was showing them. Now they're enthralled in this game. Whatever weapons they have, they're now trying to throw it at the wall. They're trying to make. They're feeling in the moment. Every once in a while, they'll come over here. They'll be like, "Oh, did you see that? Did you see that?" Shane will come back over there. Oh, yeah. And then, Barney is back asleep at the bar. Travart cleaning dishes. Wendy back and forth. No one else has really come in. You guys are the life of the party so far.
Can I approach Wendy?
Yes.
Woo! What a day! It's only noon, right?
I wasn't sure if I knew you before, but when I saw you taking the honey, you're Honeybee, yeah? Is that
Yeah.
what you're called? Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been called that. Speaking of which, how's everything going? I haven't been here for 2 years, I guess. So,
Well, as you know, I'm not one to gossip, but
of course.
um, like I told your friend, the handsome Tabaxi, there's been a string of disappearances. I don't know if you would call them murders. I don't know if you would call them desertions. I don't know what you would call them, but people are going missing. And it's getting kind of scary out here.
Well, it's not that surprising. I mean, you kind of see these kind of things now and then, right? Especially here.
Well, especially
Dangerous.
with everything going on in the world, with the echo and the whisper, and oh my God, can you never in a million years would I've seen this under King Baron. Never.
You're right.
And have you been by the orphanage yet? Oh my God, the tragedy.
No. What happened?
Well, it's vacant. All of the children gone.
Say that again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just assumed you had been because I knew, Honeybee, you were a big part of the orphanage, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but all of the children have been gone for months now.
Well, I know that you're no one to gossip, but maybe it's a good thing that you can start telling that Honey is back.
If that's what you wish, then normally I would say your secret's safe with me, but if it's not a secret, I'll tell it high and low.
Please
Not with
do.
gossip, though.
I will. You know where to find me. I will try to investigate the docks, right? Perhaps the point view?
The docks, yes. Be careful. It seems like you've been gone a while. Things have changed, Honeybee.
All right, then. Have you been alright?
Well, I'm Windy, and she kind of pushes up her boobs. I'm always all right.
Okay. So you've been taken care of. That's good. The thing with the kids, what did the guild do about it?
That's one secret I will keep.
All right. Then I need to talk to them directly.
So Wendy kind of turns, brushes you on the shoulder, and kind of squeezes. Good to have you back home, and then walks away. Still the same scene around you guys. Cask, you are a big hit. Barney, every time he wakes up, he comes to you and kind of hugs you. Jacob and Shane are both getting excessively drunk. It's reaching about 12:30ish. Your drinks have all been refilled a couple times at this point.
Did we have lunch?
I stopped drinking when I initially pushed the drinks off because of the word of the orphanage. It kind of upset me a little bit.
Okay.
Booth.
What I'm sorry, I was going for a little bit, but what happened with the orphanage that I didn't hear?
It's not that you didn't hear anything. I just got upset that the fact that the orphanage struck something.
Orphan
There
is his
is an
trigger word.
orphanage.
It's a trigger word.
That's all it is.
Is a trigger.
I don't know. Were you close enough for everybody to hear that conversation, Bree?
She was in the group at the time.
Okay.
I think she was.
But I went to the restroom right now. Me, Carla. So
in real life, got it.
Yeah, so I missed part of the conversation. So
So you just mentioned the orphanage, and then I swiped my drinks off the table, and I was kind of done drinking because it upset me. That's all.
Mhm.
But I didn't hear
Okay.
anything about kids missing or anything.
Okay.
As she's walking back to the table, I am finishing filling them in on what Wendy told me, which was that people were missing and not just our mark. And then, Bree,
I'm back.
I scooch over for her to just a little seat.
Can I I'm gonna extend my little hands and grab like a shot. That is probably like a shot. It's probably like this for me.
Oh. I gingerly hand it down to her from the table.
Okay, so I need to head out a little bit. You guys fine?
You heading out on your own, or you want to go with us? I believe we were going to be either going to the Olmsted or the Almero.
The Armoro.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
the-
yeah. Let's do that. Let's head out.
So
Well,
Jacob and Shane are still there. Everybody's still in the room as you are having this conversation. They are drunk off their ass at this point.
Mhm.
Jacob comes. He has both fists with ale. Shane has his ale between his hands. He's like, "Nobody's leaving yet, mates. Let's finish one off. One for King Baron, yeah. A round for King Baron, and then on your way. Yes."
All right. Can we just do that super quickly? Like everyone just chugs the last drink and we shoot out.
But
Well-
yes, of course, yes. Yes, of course. So a round for everyone. Let me just personally tell you, I am a family to all of you now. Anything you need in this town, of course you can ask me. I will tell you. I won't make you roll for perception. You do hear sounds outside of horses coming up, but that's happening. I want to tell you that if you can't pay the bill here at the Choking Goat, you are welcome at my home. My home is your home. And as he says that, Periwinkle walks in the door. Color me surprised. I did not expect to see you here. What happened to your Echo armor, by any chance? I ran into Ruby Jewel, and he filled me in. He said that the young lady was supposed to hand me a letter.
Excuse me. Let's not do this right here. Let's go talk outside for a minute. I'd be happy to fill you in on everything that's going on with life in general, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning start to your day. Let's go outside real quick.
As Moth is doing that, I want to kind of take Jacob's drunken shoulder and be like, "Oi, feels like I just met you, and yet we're already old brothers. What's your family name?"
I think you lied to me, Boot.
Oh, lied to you about what?
You're a fucking Echo.
I'm an Echo. I spit on the ground. How dare you?
So
I
Jacob.
thought we became family.
Jacob takes a step back. Shane is hurt. You broke Shane's heart.
Oh no.
Well, at least
Perry,
Shane still
we-
has the heart to break because he has nothing else left.
Well, I hate to break up this family reunion, but Jeffrey Rourke wants a word with you.
Who?
Make haste, please. Jeffrey Rourke, the ambassador of Stonewall. And with that, we're going to end tonight.
Damn,
That is the end of session 1.
Good.
almost had him.
Almost.
That was fun.
I had the battle map set up for a battle with the brothers, and Boot knocked him out of it.